Greetings, Jeepers. So we're getting closer to trying to attempt to start this 47. So next we're gonna just fill up some coolant because we had to drain it all, and when we took the radiator off and had it all checked out. So we're just using Presto, and you can get this at any hardware store, auto shop. It's just for all vehicles. It's the green stuff. And it takes 11 quarts. So almost 3 gallons, not quite. 2.5 gallons is going to take. So we'll just keep filling it till we get to the top, and then when we start it, we'll probably have to have it circulate in the engine, and we'll probably have to top it up later on. Okay, we'll go with that for now. Pretty much the top, but I don't know what, we're gonna have to top it up, like I say, once we get it going. And that's as simple as that. So we're continuing on with the fluid intake on this 47. We're going to put in some gear oil into the transmission and transfer case. And what you want to use, make sure you're using this kind of weight, 80, 90, and a GL4 is most important. The GL4, you don't want to stick in a GL5 in these transmissions and transfer cases because they do have some brass components in there. So I just put on a little hand pump onto this 1 US quart plastic jug, and that's the type that we're using, but most importantly is the weight and the GL4. So we just have to climb under there and be a little patient and stick this in the fill hole and start pumping. All right, so we're underneath the Jeep here. This is the transfer case, and that's the transfer case fill plug. So what you want to make sure before you fill it is that underneath here in this hole is the drain plug. You want to make sure that that is secure and tight so you don't lose any fluid out the drain plug. So you just kind of take off that plug from the transfer case. Get your 90 weight GL4 gear lube, stuff it in that hole, the tube, and start pumping until you have some fluid just coming out of the hole. That's when you'll know it's full. Just start pumping. It'll take 3.5 pints. So this is 1 quart here, so it'll almost take 2 of these. Works quite nicely with this pump here, otherwise it's really awkward to get in there on the side and underneath. So we pumped in as much as we could. It starts just leaking out the fill plug hole. That's when you know you got enough in there. And that's a fill for the transfer case. So in goes the fill plug. It'll just spin in quite nicely, and all you need to do is then take a 1/2 inch wrench, is what I was using, and just have it hand tight, and you're done. Good. Vroom vroom. Now we're on the transmission side, and we're going to use the same oil, the 90 weight GL4, and this is where the plug is located. So we're going to spin that off. And again, what you want to make sure is that the drain plug, which you probably can't see, and you will see it if you come underneath, is down in this area. You want to make sure that that is tight and secure so you don't lose oil out of the drain plug. So we're going to just take this off, this plug off, and do this basically the same process. Hose into the transmission plug hole, and we'll just start pumping away. It should take the same amount of gear oil 3.5 pints, and we'll just continue here to fill it up. So as you can see, we got this fluid, the oil dripping out, so it's all we need once it starts coming out the hole. So just cleaning it up a little bit, and then we'll get the plug on. And what you want to do is same as we did on the transfer case, is get yourself a 9/16 wrench and just start hand tightening it till it snugs up. Just get it hand tight and you're done. Get the rest of that slop off of the grease. And boom boom. So here we are, we're gonna finish off our fluids with this oil here. We're using a 1550 weight, but you could use 1030 if you choose to. This one we chose because it was for classic cars. So anyways, it should take 4 quarts, and very simple process. Just spin off the oil cap, which has a dipstick on it. And so we don't get too much all over the place, we'll just add the oil. Just pours in nice and smooth with a funnel. A little more than that. One thing I want to make sure is that you got your drain plug on your oil pan secured. I did that previous to adding this oil. So we added almost 4 quarts, and this is very light oil, and it's probably very difficult to see where exactly we are, but we're thinking we're in and around this area, which is in the fulls right there, so good enough for now. When we start it up, we'll have to top up everything anyways, so we'll leave it at that. And that's the fluid, oils, transmission, transfer case, and the Go Devil engine. Thanks for watching, and subscribe when you get a chance.